5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I've got 30 minutes to get dinner on the table, and the clock starts now. How exciting is this? It is pizza night in my house, and it's a really exciting time. My boys love a cozy pizza night. And normally I set this up for them after school. Mom and Dad are excited too because it's a fun food night. But I also like to keep things a little healthy with a super duper white bean and garlic dip. How delicious does that sound? Okay, I've got no hands, so just follow me. Here, I forgot the celery. Hang on a second. Come back. So to go with that delicious dip, I've got some crunchy veg. This week on sale, I found some celery, got my carrots, peppers. What am I missing? Ah, radishes. And these were so colorful, I couldn't say no. Okay. Now, whenever I'm cutting, I like to do a little cutting for now and a little for later. So I'm using some peppers. And again, green peppers are probably the peppers you'll find on sale all year long. They're not as easy to digest. I know what you're thinking, but guess what? I'm making dinner for under 40 bucks and I needed to stretch my veg a little bit. So the tops and bottoms of the peppers, I'm actually gonna use and reserve for a little later. That is for my pizza. I know. I'm using everything up. And that's part of stretching that dollar. It really is about making sure you use everything up. Every dollar counts. Okay, now for the actual crudité platter to go with that delicious white bean dip, what I want to do is just cut the sides off like this. It makes like a little, let's call this a pepper sheet, okay? So it's a cute little square, and then I cut it into a triangle, just like that. How adorable! And I love to use a big butcher's block just like this. It's kind of my workstation, and I've got everything waiting for me, sort of organized this way. And this way, it's a huge time saver. I don't need to have dishes of everything everywhere. I've just got, little sections to work with. Okay, this is a big one. I'll cut it in half and then into a triangle. And the kids love when I cut veg into different shapes and sizes. And speaking of which, they also love when things are presented really nice. Just because I'm making everyday food doesn't mean it's not going to be excellent. And that also has to do with the way I set things out. Okay, couple of cute little mats. I'm gonna get my bowl and my serving platter ready for my crudités. And I just wanna make sure, just like this, it's ready to go. So now I just start to assemble. I chop and I drop. There's no wasting time. So we're starting to see everything come together, and that is exciting. Speaking of which, I wanna get that bean dip going. So this is kind of like my friend and my enemy all at the same time, because getting it to work and getting the top and the bottom off is never easy. But don't laugh at me. I've got a little system here. So white beans, again, are super creamy, super delicious. You can find them in the regular grocery store for like a couple of dollars, right? And this is the star of the dish. It's also packed with a ton of protein, and I love that it's that extra little side where the kids are gonna dip all those colorful veggies in. Super cute, right? All right. Drop right into the food processor. Now for a little peppery, kind of green action in there. Arugula. And again, I was like, spinach, arugula, well, this is what's on sale. And I'm like, this is going to be perfect in here. It's peppery, it's delicious, a handful goes in there. When I get home from the grocery store, I usually take the little jackets right off of the garlic and get them into these little pods ready to go. This way, I'm not wasting time chopping garlic as I go. As I said, I use everything, right? So in a lemon, you can imagine, it's not just the juice, it's gonna be the zest as well. Here we go, just that smell. And as I grate this, those like natural sort of oils from the lemon go right into the dip. Colorful, beautiful, bright. Oh! Almost dropped it, but I didn't. Okay, the regular, right? Just a little bit of olive oil in here. Some salt and pepper, just for some flavor. And I'm also gonna use the juice of the lemon. It's gonna give it somewhere to go. Just a little bit of action. Citrus flavor. This is a juicy one. cut side up so I keep the seeds in my hand and in the lemon, not in the dip. All right, get it all out. Use it all, okay? I told you. And for any extra juice, this will go in my lemon water or my tea a little later. Okay. Now, to get this on. Come on over. Okay, I need to do this. Follow me. Come on, you got this. On it goes. I think this is a really good time to take a break. I'm gonna get this all pulsed up. It's gonna become creamy and delicious. And what I love is it's gonna kind of work down. And as that happens, all of those flavors are gonna marry. So I wanna tell you to take a little break, but you better come back because I'm gonna plate this when we get back. Back. I just finished pulsing my garlicky bean dip, and let me tell you, the smell is so good. It's gonna be the perfect dip to go alongside my pizza night. And I know what you're thinking, how am I gonna do these pizzas? I'm starting with a bean dip. When are they getting into the oven? You'll have to stay tuned in just a sec. I'll show you how. Okay, that is so creamy, so delicious. And I love that it has that garlicky little flavor in the background. But what I really love about this is how much protein I'm packing into the dinner. Now keep in mind, this is going to turn into a colorful rainbow of veg, right? So anything that myself or the kids are choosing to eat is good and good for you. And may I say, made in 30 minutes for under $40. I know, it sounds impossible, but it's actually not. All right, I wanna get every little ounce out of here because that's part of the stretching of the dollar. Making sure I use everything. Now, pizzas. I know, I'm gonna show you my little tip before. I'm just gonna line my baking sheets with some parchment paper. And this is also helpful because you're making dinner in about 30 minutes. Someone has to clean up though. In my case, it's usually my husband who's cleaning up after me. So I like to help him move the process along a little bit. Okay. So these are ready to go. Now, what am I gonna use for the crust? Wait for it. Flatbreads! These are so surprisingly delicious. And I'll tell you what, they look light and bland when they come out of the package, but I'm going to pack these with flavor and they're gonna have a crust that holds up. I cannot wait to show you when I cut these into these pizzas. Okay, I need a little sauce to go on top of here. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tomato sauce is the way to go, right? That's what a pizza usually has on it. But my kids love pesto. And my tip for this is really to sort of buy some stuff and make some homemade things. So while I'm not going to be investing in pre-chopped veg because that's so expensive to buy, I am going to buy a jar of pre-made pizza sauce, right? It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it can get a little messy. Guys, I'm doing this in 30 minutes, okay? You didn't see that, did you? Those are my red peppers that are gonna go on my pizza, by the way. And my pizza of choice is the Vegetarian Delight. Now, mine does have some tomato sauce on it. And there you go. So does Gianfranco, my husband's. His is gonna be like a pep and cheese. It's super cute. And I love when the pepperoni kind of gets a little roasted and the corners are getting crispy and delish. All right, are you ready for this? So, the pepperoni is gonna slowly go on. You can put a little or a lot, whatever you like. Hang on a second. Back up. Cheese. I like to put the cheese at the bottom. This way the pepperoni gets to get crispy. I had to go backwards. Not to worry, I've got enough time. So a little pizza on his, a lot of cheese on mine. A lot of cheese on his, a lot of cheese on mine. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, now the pepperoni goes on. This is how it's gonna get the crispy edges with the melty cheese under. And it also looks like a showstopper and tells everybody what's in the pizza, right? Okay, pepperoni done. I wanna put some peppers on mine. I'm doing the combination of green and red, and these are the tops and bottoms of our crudité platter. Vegetables, right? So I didn't throw a thing. I actually got to use everything. Now my kids and my husband are not a fan of mushrooms. I am. They were on sale at the grocery store, came home, and I was super excited about them. And one of the tips I want to give you when you're making a flatbread pizza is you want to make sure that your veg is absolutely thinly sliced. These need just a couple of minutes in the oven, okay? We're not putting these in for half an hour, which means all the veg needs to kind of cook at the same time. So this is ready to go. Now, I want to show you the set number 2. Okay, these, I don't know why they didn't make it, but they're going on. Second one is going to be for my kids, the second pan, okay? First things first is some pesto. Again, you cannot go wrong with a little bit of store-bought pesto. It's green. It's packed with, I cannot tell you how many herbs, and it saves you time. But like one of the things I like to do is when I see these staples in the grocery store and they're ready to go, guess what? I buy them, I store them, and I get them ready. So that this way, it's a time saver, but also a money saver. Same thing goes for the cheese. The cheese was on sale at the grocery store, and guess what I did? I bought a bunch, put it into a food storage container, popped it into the freezer, and this way it's waiting for me when I'm ready. Okay, quickly, I want to cut a shallot. My kids surprisingly love a crispy onion. French shallots are just the way to go. They crisp up in no time. They're a little sweeter than the conventional not oven, but onion. And they're gonna be the perfect topper for the pesto, cheese, and turkey pizza. Now, watch this, guys. On goes this delicious onion action. On goes some of this delicious turkey, deli turkey that I got from my regular grocery store. Again, some are for sandwiches during the week. Some is for my pizza. This one, ladies and gents, is gonna be a surprise for later. I'll show you what I top it with in a bit. Now, these are gonna get in the oven, bubbling, crispy, warm, cheesy. I know, it's exciting. I'm gonna take a break right here, clean up a little. You won't wanna miss what these pizzas look like in a bit. Come on back. Welcome back. I'm actually just finishing to garnish my gorgeous dip. And over the break, we got those pizzas into the oven. And I just want to put a little fresh lemon right on the top. I had this little inspo that I wanted to make this look even prettier than it is. Speaking of pretty, let's talk color. Color for this crudité that's going to go beside the dip. And what better way to enjoy a pizza night than have a little dippy dip? That's how we roll in my house. And speaking of dips, we're also going to be doing a s'mores marshmallow chocolate dip with a little dunker that I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm keeping it as a surprise. I know. Okay, the red pepper I feel is not big enough this time. I usually cut into triangles like I told you, but because this one's a little bit more oddly shaped, I'm going with sticks, okay? Because that's the way we go. And I love the improvising of this. So I want you to remember, you're at home, you're in your kitchen, you're in your grocery store. Do not worry about buying exactly a red pepper. If that week an orange pepper is on sale, you've got, I don't know, radishes, for instance, are not on sale, but another vegetable is, then go ahead and buy it. It's all about stretching that dollar, making sure you're feeding yourself, your family, your friends, whoever you love, food that's good and good for you. Now, just because my menu is easy doesn't mean it's not going to be excellent, right? So this is how it's kind of coming and shaping up to look. And my goal was to have 5 vegetables on here. The problem is my red pepper was a little small, so I may have to complement with something else that I've got in the fridge, but we'll look at that in a sec. Now, get these last little radishes. And radishes are like super peppery, packed with flavor, and they are gorgeous to look at. So when I saw them on sale, it was a no-brainer. And remember, when you're doing something like this, it's not so much about the recipe, but more about the technique. Make it your own. Make it things that your kids or your loved ones enjoy to eat. If they're not into carrots, well, guess what? Head over into another veg. Because whatever gets them dipping into that white bean and garlic dip, I'm totally fine with. I approve. Okay, watch the carrot. I have to say, kind of cute the way I cut this. So, here we go. I'm gonna angle it and I'm gonna cut sort of like these little rounds. They're lovely and gorgeous. They're looking amazing. And they're really fun because they're like fun little dippers, okay? Like, do you like that little noise effect there? Amazing. Okay, I've got a little celery to chop, but I do want to get my dessert ready because I want to make sure that that's able to hit the oven once the pizza comes out. Now, I told you, in my house, dessert is a thing, okay? My boys have a sweet tooth. And I'm always looking for some fun and innovative ways to get them excited about coming to the dinner table. And dessert is kind of that motivation. Isn't it for all of us, though? Simple is an understatement when it comes to this dessert. Doesn't mean it's not amazing, super tasty and delish. The only thing I do tell you is to please use a little nonstick in your pan. Otherwise, you'll be screaming my name for all the wrong reasons in your kitchen. Okay? And we don't want that. Marshmallows. The mini ones are perfect because they melt up a little quicker, and this will only take about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go, to town with this because I can. And chocolate chips. I'm using a semi-sweet, but again, anything that you have in your pantry or that you can get in the grocery store, I am fine with. Now, I want to give this just a quick little toss just to get the chocolate chips and the marshmallows kind of like, loving each other and together. And oh boy, I'm smelling that pizza behind me. Okay, I'm gonna go have a look. Hang on a sec. Get those last little marshmallows in there. Oh, get in there. Okay, come on over. I want to show you what this is looking like. Are they ready? Oh, they're ready! And they're crispy, and they're bubbly, and they're cheesy, just like I promised. Look at this. Come on. How amazing does this look? Definitely looks like a homemade crust, right? Certainly not a flatbread. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to cut into these. Now, into the oven, this s'mores dip goes. I just want to clean up my board a little bit so I can get these chopped and ready to go. Oh, and let me get my boards ready. For plating, I'm going to go with these for this amazing, magical flatbread pizza that we made in no time. Okay, let me clean up a little bit. When you come back, I'm going to be cutting up these pizzas. Can't wait. Welcome back. I'm making dinner in 30 minutes for about 40 bucks tonight, and it's pizza night in my house. Now to go with that pizza, I've got this delicious crudité platter going on here, but it's not to be underdone by this amazing white bean and garlic dip. Now the only thing is, I'm missing like a little section here. Okay, hang on, 1 second. I know, I'm beating the clock on this one, but I need to do it. I need to. Okay, I just want to get some cucumbers sliced in here. My red pepper was small. What can I say? All right, here we go. And the kids love cucumber too, so it's a win-win. Amazing. Now that this is ready, and by the way, celery tops and bottoms, I keep in a storage container ready for soups and stews. Okay? Don't throw a thing. Now for the pizzas. Let's get them over here. Veggie for mommy, pepperoni and cheese for daddy. And here's my little tip. Okay, let's fancy this up a little bit. Some olive oil. It makes the crust glisten a little bit, makes it shiny and pretty. And I mean, come on! Look at this! This is not a 30-minute meal. This is not a flatbread pizza. This is way more. And especially served on a board like this, it looks amazing. Now, I do want to show you how that crust is going to hold up, okay? This is my veggie lover. Mushrooms, red peppers, green peppers, which by the way, are just the tops of all of these peppers that you see in this crudité platter. Money saver. Look at the crust. Do you see how it holds up? I know. It impresses me too, even though I've made this so many times. Alrighty. There we go. Now, on to the kids. Pesto, turkey, crispy onions, cheese. Delicious is what I call this. And I have to say, I feel like, let me take a bite of this one. Hopefully they don't notice that there's a little piece missing. Here's my tip. Take the piece, cut a sliver out of it, and take a bite. Heavenly. Crispy crust, salty turkey, those crispy onions. Hey, wow. I'm loving this even more today. Okay, next, the one that I told you I'm surprising you with. So this is not just a cheese pizza. Yeah, you heard me. It's gonna zhuzh up a little bit. So on top of here, I'm gonna go with some of that arugula. Another money saver. When you double time your recipe, ingredients I should say, double time those ingredients, some goes into one, some goes into the other, stretching that dollar. It's super exciting. Prosciutto. I like a prosciutto di Parma. And you're wondering, how am I doing this for 40 bucks? It's easy. Take your slice, cut it in half. Nobody will know. Make yourself a little rosette on top. 4 little sections for the 4 pieces that are going to be cut. I know! It's brilliant! Okay, a little extra pepper, cracked right over top. I didn't put olive oil on here. It's getting on. I'm still tasting that pizza. Simply delicious. Okay, on this goes. Does this look like a pizza that was made in 30 minutes or less? This looks like it's coming from a really fancy restaurant. And only you and I know that it's not. Okay, pizza is on. I want to give a quick little cleanup here. There you go. And now for that s'mores dip. So as that s'mores dip has slowly been cooking and bubbling in the oven, which only takes, I would say, about 5 minutes, I want to get the dipper ready. And I told you it's going to be a surprise. I kept it all the way till now. I needed to keep you coming back. I've got a little board here. I want to make a little room. Comes in a package that looks like this. And I'm sure you're wondering, what's in here? Well, it's graham crackers. That's right. What goes better, or what makes a real s'more? Graham crackers. Cheap, fun. You can find this in any regular grocery store. Probably some hanging out in your pantry right now as we speak. But I love to kind of set them aside. And it's gonna be like a perfect dipper to go with the s'mores. Marshmallow and chocolate warming in the oven. Now what I would do is kind of put a little candle around here. Have that campfire vibe. I know we're not at a campfire, but you know, I like to keep things in theme. It's fun, okay? Have fun with your food. This is everyday food, but it's made excellent. I told you this. And of course, the pièce de résistance is on its way. Here we go. Look at this! Bubbly and brown and just perfect. Okay, I need to show you what this all looks like. Here you go. Oh my goodness. It's like the marshmallows are a little crunchy, but they're also gooey. Look at this! Come on! You need to be careful, it's really hot when it gets out of the oven. Ideally, if you weren't as impatient as I am, you would set this aside and wait a couple minutes before eating it. Then stick it. Without getting marshmallow everywhere. Oh my goodness! This is a meal that makes everyday food excellent, and this is a perfect example why. Now, did I manage to get this all done on time? I sure did! 28 minutes and 41 seconds! Listen, I did this, so can you. Everyday excellent is just the type of food that we make today. Enjoy. Come on. So good.